Welcome friends. Let us go for the discussion of preparation methods available for the oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and the polonium of the 6th group elements. The first element is oxygen. Let us have a primary introduction related to oxidation. Oxygen once again. Oxygen, it is the most abundant element in the earth crust, and by volume in the atmosphere it is present approximately up to 21 percentage, whereas weight of oxygen is greater compared to that of nitrogen. Hence by weight percentage, if we calculate, it is approximately 23 percentage. It is the main constituent of water, and also the isotopes present for the oxygen are oxygen 16 is there, 17 is there, as well as 18 is also present. It is the main product of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water molecules are consumed. As a result, oxygen and the carbohydrates, glucose is going to be synthesized. One belief is the total oxygen present in the atmosphere is due to production in the photosynthesis process. Like this, there are some predictions related to the oxygen. Let us go for the preparation methods. Preparation, it is prepared by heating of certain salts, that is less electropositive metal salts of oxides on heating generally produces oxygen. Let us go for the examples. Heating of metal oxides, this is mixed oxide of lead Pb3O4. Pb3O4 is combination of lead oxide followed by lead dioxide PbO2, PbO followed by PbO2, whereas that PbO2 on heating it is converted to lead oxide followed by oxygen. See here, lead dioxide, that is PbO2 is also present, that PbO2 is converted to PbO. Here oxidation number decreases, as a result here oxygen is liberated. Similarly, lead dioxide which is present in +4 oxidation state, that is converted to lead. As a result here also oxygen is going to be liberated. The next process is manganese, that is MnO2, manganese dioxide of +4 oxidation state. Here also it involves in on heating liberation of oxygen, that is Mn3O4 formation takes place. Similarly, mercury oxide on heating it is converted to mercury followed by what? Oxygen. Here we can write the things, that is one is lead, second one is manganese, and next one is mercury, that is lead dioxide. Similarly, Pb3O4, MnO2, HGO on heating liberates corresponding metal oxides, so otherwise metals of lower oxidation state followed by what? Oxygen. Similarly, decomposition of oxygen rich salt. Salt is combination of metal cation followed by some other bigger anion. Such kind of salts on heating also produces oxygen. Suppose potassium nitrate, that is nitrogen is present in +5 oxidation state. This on heating it is converted to potassium nitrate followed by oxygen. Similarly, potassium chlorate, here it is present in +7 oxidation state, is converted to -1 oxidation state followed by what? Oxygen liberation. KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate of +7 oxidation state, is converted to +6 oxidation state followed by liberation of oxygen. Similarly, K2Cr2O7 of +6 oxidation state is converted to monomer potassium chromate followed by what? Chromium trioxide and the oxygen. Here oxidation number decreases to 3. So therefore oxygen liberates. Here we can write oxygen rich salts like potassium nitrate, oxygen rich salts like potassium nitrate, potassium chlorate, potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate. These on heating produces corresponding lower oxidation containing salts followed by liberation of oxygen gas. The other preparation methods of the oxygen, the laboratory preparation methods. In laboratory, it is prepared from the potassium chlorate. Directly by heating potassium chlorate at high temperature, you can get potassium chloride and the oxygen. Secondly, by using catalyst like manganese dioxide at lower temperature, heating can be possible. And here this manganese dioxide is acting as a catalyst. So ratio required for the process is 4:1 ratio of potassium chlorate and the manganese dioxide is required. In this process also oxygen is going to be produced. And next one is, it is produced from the peroxides. Sodium peroxide on reaction with the water, it is converted to water, on reaction with water it is converted to sodium hydroxide followed by oxygen gas. In this, oxygen having -1 oxidation state is underwent oxidation as well as reduction processes. So this particular reaction is an example for disproportionation reaction. See, in this reaction, oxygen is maintaining -1 as the oxidation state, and some of the oxygens are maintaining -2 as the oxidation state. And these of all are converted from -1 is converted to -2 and -1 is converted to 0. That is, enhancement of oxidation number is present and decrement of oxidation number is present. That particular reaction is known as redox of category disproportionation. Similarly, in the above reaction, it is a redox reaction. See, potassium chlorate +5 oxidation state is converted to -5. That is decrement, reduction, whereas -2 oxidation state is converted to 0. So therefore this is oxidation. Overall reaction of potassium chlorate is redox reaction, but that is not the disproportionation reaction, but this one is an example for the disproportionation reaction. Let us go for the other things. Industrial preparation. How industrially the most important oxygen is prepared? Yes, industrially we require large quantities of oxygen, and whereas this large quantities of oxygen is prepared from the atmospheric air. Atmospheric air is consisting two major constituents. One is oxygen and second one is nitrogen. Nitrogen is the major. On liquefaction, both are condensed and present in the liquid state, and on slow heating, fractional distillation, ongoing fractional distillation, the lower boiling nitrogen will be expelled and remaining quantity will be majorly the oxygen, and it can be purified and it can be kept separate. Thus, the boiling point of nitrogen is 77 Kelvin, whereas the boiling point of oxygen is 890 Kelvin. It is maintaining higher boiling point implies what? It requires higher temperature. By using the temperature difference of the boiling points, oxygen is expelled, nitrogen is expelled first, oxygen remains as it is, thus they can be separated. And from water, electrolysis of water, whereas on doing electrolysis, hydrogen and the oxygen gas will be liberated at corresponding anodes and the cathodes, whereas oxidation takes place at anode, reduction takes place at cathode. So therefore here at anode oxygen will be liberated and at cathode hydrogen will be liberated. The ratios of the volumes of the hydrogen and the oxygen liberated will be 2:1 ratio. And whereas if I go for the structural analysis of the oxygen, oxygen is having one sigma bond and one pi bond in between them, and each oxygen atom is having two lone pairs. So this such kind of diatomic structure is present for the oxygen, whereas the hybridization of oxygen atom is one sigma followed by two lone pairs, total 3. Hence the hybridization of oxygen is sp2 hybridization. But all the features of oxygen are not explainable by simple hybridization theory, especially magnetic properties. To explain the magnetic properties, we have to go for molecular orbital theory. As far molecular orbital theory is concerned, two atomic orbitals of oxygen atoms are combined and produces resultant a new set of orbitals which is common for the total molecule and is known as molecular orbital. This molecular orbitals filled with the electrons of the two atoms, thus 1s orbital antibonding 1s orbital, 2s orbital antibonding 2s orbital. 2p orbitals combines in such a way that 2p sigma bond formation takes place, 2p pi bond formation takes place, then after 5 star bonding, that is anti-bonding of 2p orbitals followed by sigma bond of 2p orbitals is present. Total 8 plus 8, 16 electrons are there. 16 can be filled in such a way that 2 electrons and 2 electrons here, that is 1s2 antibonding 1s2, 2s2 antibonding 2s2. This is 2pz2 and 2px and 2py pi orbitals 4 electrons. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 electrons. Whereas the remaining 2 electrons out of 16, remaining 2, this is 15th electron is present over here, 16th electron is present over here. Overall, oxygen molecule is having unpaired electrons. Those are 2. Due to having of these unpaired electrons, oxygen shows paramagnetic property. It is paramagnetic in nature. It is not diamagnetic, though it is having even number of electrons. The reason for the having of paramagnetic nature is explained by the molecular orbital theory. MOT electronic configuration, that is molecular orbital theory based electronic configuration for the oxygen molecule, that is sigma bond 1s 2 electrons, and next higher energy is sigma star 1s 2 electrons followed by sigma 2s2 orbitals which are of 2 in number. Then the next higher energy level is sigma star 2s2 orbitals, then the sigma 2pz 2 electrons followed by 2px and the 2py 5 orbitals, total 4 electrons are filled, and the next chance will be coming for pi star, that is anti-bonding 2px orbital and the anti-bonding 2py orbital. Here in this, here 1 electron is there, here 1 electron is there, because up to here it becomes equal to 16. So as per Hund's rule for maintaining of maximum multiplicity, 1 electron in each is present, one in 2px orbital and other in pi of 2py orbitals. Thus total 2 electrons are unpaired electrons. Due to having of these unpaired electrons, it is having paramagnetic nature. The total number of unpaired electrons are equal to 2, and the magnetic momentum will be given by square root of n into n plus 2 Bohr magnetons, and this will becomes equal to square root of 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 4, 4 into 2, 8, approximately 8 value will becomes equal to 2.8 Bohr magnetons of magnetic momentum is present for the oxygen. Physical properties of oxygen. Oxygen is colorless, odorless and the tasteless gas, and it is slightly heavier than air. That's what it is prepared by the upward displacement of the atmospheric gases, and it is slightly soluble in air. Due to its solubility, aquatic life is surviving, and its melting point is 45 Kelvin and its boiling point is 90 Kelvin. Due to having of unpaired electrons, it is paramagnetic in nature also. Whereas there is a special property for the iron, silver as well as the platinum. They absorb oxygen under molten condition, that is molten silver followed by oxygen. Molten silver takes lot of oxygen, almost 10 times weight of 10 times its corresponding weight of oxygen is taken by the molten silver, and that particular oxygen absorbed silver is said to be oxygen absorbed silver. Whereas once again on cooling, what happens is whatever the absorbed quantity of oxygen is there, that will comes out of the silver, and this process is said to be spitting, and especially this is highest in case of silver and is said to be what? Spitting of silver. This is known as spitting of silver. Spitting of silver is a process where the liquid state silver is ready to absorb the oxygen. On cooling, that is on solidification, silver solidifies by liberating the absorbed oxygen in it, and this process will gives out the oxygen that is said to be spitting. Hence this process is known as spitting of silver. Chemical properties of oxygen. Oxygen is neutral in nature. Reaction, it is not maintaining any kind of reaction with the litmus, neither it changes the color of the blue litmus to red litmus to blue. It is neutral in nature. It supports the combustion, and moreover it is quite stable due to higher bond energy of the oxygen. It requires 495 kilojoules per mole to convert the oxygen gases atoms to the molecules to the gases atom. That's what it is quite stable. Though it readily combines with the metals, non-metals and the compounds. Chemical reactions with metals. Metals like alkali and alkaline earth metals on reaction with oxygen forms corresponding oxides. These of all oxides are basic in nature, like sodium combination with oxygen, sodium oxide, magnesium combination with oxygen, magnesium oxide, calcium combination with oxygen, calcium oxide formation takes place. These of all are basic, and these readily combines with water once again. As a result, hydroxide, that is base compound, basic hydroxide, sodium hydroxide which is a base. Similarly on reaction with water, magnesium forms magnesium hydroxide. If calcium oxide is there, that on reaction with water forms calcium hydroxide. Hence these oxides are said to be basic oxides in nature. Whereas it also readily combines with the aluminium, ferrous, zinc, etc. also, but these are not possible under normal condition. It requires higher temperature. On reaction with aluminium, it forms aluminum. On reaction with ferrous, it forms ferric oxide. On reaction with zinc, it forms zinc oxide. Though these reactions are exothermic reactions, but they require higher temperature. Even ferrous readily combines with oxygen followed by moisture content presence, so that leads to the formation of Fe2O3 followed by XH2O, that is ferric oxide. A red colored solid material formation takes place, that is ferric oxide formation takes place, that is known as rust. Yes, reaction with non-metals. With non-metals also oxygen combines and forms the oxides, and these oxides are having acidic in nature, hence these all are said to be acidic oxides. See, non-metals like hydrogen, on heating condition, oxygen and the hydrogen combines and leads to the formation of water. On reaction with carbon, limited supply of oxygen leads to carbon monoxide formation. Excess supply of oxygen leads to carbon dioxide formation. Similarly with nitrogen, nitric oxide formation takes place. Similarly with phosphorus, phosphorus pentoxide, with limited supply, phosphorus trioxide formation. Similarly with sulfur, sulfur dioxide, with excess of oxygen, sulfur trioxide formation takes place. All these reactions are taking under heating conditions. Reaction with compounds. Oxygen is source of oxygen, is oxidizing agent. In the same way, oxygen is also good oxidizing agent. It oxidizes many of the compounds. That is, on reaction with the compounds, oxygen oxidizes that compounds. As a result, it is acting as good oxidizing agent. On reaction with HCl, that is -1 oxidation state of oxygen is converted to -1 oxidation state of chlorine is converted to 0 oxidation state. That is, Cl2 is obtained. That process is preparation of chlorine, known as Decans process. Similarly, on reaction with ammonia, ammonia having -3 oxidation state is converted to, that is +2 oxidation state. Nitric oxide formation takes place, from where the nitric acid formation is possible, and this process is known as Ostwald process. Similarly, sulfur dioxide on reaction with oxygen is converted to sulfur trioxide. +4 state is converted to +6 state. This is +4 oxidation state is converted to +3, +6 oxidation state, and that is used to prepare sulfuric acid, and the process is known as contact process. Similarly, carbon disulfide leads to carbon dioxide and the sulfur dioxide. Zinc sulfide, whereas in the extraction of the zinc metal, that is on reaction with oxygen, is converted to zinc oxide followed by sulfur dioxide. Mercury sulfide also converts to mercury oxide followed by sulfur dioxide. In the same way, it also readily combines with the organic compounds, and that process is known as combustion, because in that process total material is expelled and readily combines individually with the oxygen, and lot of amount of heat energy will be liberated. On reaction with methane, ethane, any of the organic compound like glucose, and all the things are converted to corresponding quantities of carbon dioxide, water, and the heat energy is liberated, and this process is known as combustion. This process is known as combustion process. Uses of oxygen: it is essential for the human life, and also marine life is also sustained with the help of oxygen only. It is used in steel and iron industries, and also in oxyacetylene flame, which is used for the welding purpose. There, along with the acetylene, oxygen is used, and liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen is used as a rocket fuel. And for the oxidation of many number of organic compounds as an oxidizing agent in laboratory, we will use oxygen. And in emergency of the medical purposes like operations and the respiratory and the cardiac collapse related things, there an artificial ventilation whenever is required, that is due to what? This oxygen only. Thus oxygen is used for the life process, for steel and iron industries, for oxyacetylene torch, as well as rocket fuel, oxidation of organic compound, and emergency operations of the medicine related things. Sulfur, along with the sulfide ores as well as the sulfate ores, in organic matter also sulfur is present in the form of wool, hair, proteins, egg, garlic, anion, even mustard also consisting of sulfur. And it is also present in S8 form, S6 form, even at high temperature partially it is also exist in the form of S2, which is responsible for the paramagnetic nature. Though it is available in the undergrounds of earth in elemental form, it is generally prepared from the pyrites, that is iron pyrites. On distillation, on heating, it is converted to other chemical composition of reduced chemical composition of ferrous and the iron combination, that is Fe3S4 followed by sulfur is liberated. Even volcanic gases consisting of sulfur related composition, that is H2S and the sulfur dioxide, these two on chemical combination with one another leads to the formation of water as well as the sulfur. Thus, sulfur spread in the nature, availability, extraction, from where it is recovered, these of all things of the sulfur are as like this. Uses of sulfur. From sulfur we can prepare the sulfuric acid and also sulfur drugs, that is sulfur related drugs, which are used as ointments for the skin problems and all other problems. And in the preparation of safety matches, like which are used as fireworks, and also in the preparation of dyes, explosives, etc. And in vulcanization of rubber, to make the rubber as strengthened, sulfur connectivities are required. So that process is said to be vulcanization. The vulcanization of the rubber is due to sulfur. Without sulfur, that rubber doesn't get that much of strength and the stiffness. These are the uses where sulfur is generally used. Remaining other elements, that is selenium, tellurium, polonium, are present very less in abundance, hence preparation methods are not present. Selenium is used as photoconductor, whereas in photocopying machines also the selenium is used, that is Xerox machines. It is also used to decolorize the glass. Similarly, tellurium is used as additive in metallurgical operations, and polonium and beryllium is used to produce neutron in the nuclear reactions. It is isolated by Madame Curie from pitchblende, which is an ore of uranium having formula U3O8, that is in uranium oxide U3O8, which is known as pitchblende. In that, radioactive traces of other element is present and that element is identified and is polonium, which is named after the mother country Poland of the Madame Curie, which is polonium. Hence, these of all are the preparation methods and the applications, nothing but uses of the 6th group elements from oxygen to polonium, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, as well as the polonium.